Hi again. My name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller. And today we're going to be doing the second half of the What Sold videos, which will be for like 2 weekends ago, February 7th through the 9th. That was the weekend, well, Friday and Saturday. Friday I'd had a procedure done. Saturday we got up and left to go to Missouri. Y'all, I tried Time Away. I put my store on Time Away Thursday afternoon, and by Friday morning I had sold one in Time Away. So before I left to go get my endoscopy done, I switched everything over to extended handling. I just went ahead and did the 5 days, 6 days.
Coward.
I know, 5 days extended handling.
Six,
yeah. And then as things sold, I just sent messages, just, reminding people that if they hadn't noticed, I had extended handling, extended shipping, and that everything would be shipped on the 18th. I had no problems with anybody wanting to cancel because they had to wait. After I had changed it back, after getting only one sale in that whole time frame, we ended up still having to ship like 15 Saturday morning before we left. So, there's just something, maybe it was just the delay. I know eBay says it takes several hours for them to switch everything over, but that was like an afternoon, an evening, overnight till like 8 o'clock the next morning. So my sales are down. Part of it would be probably because we were on vacation, but I don't know if I'd have done much better anyway, because overall, I went and looked through Seller Hub February to date compared to this time last year. I'm down 50% in sales. That's crazy. But, I've been listing less because I said more work. No, less work, more play. So I'm not listing as much as I did last year. And, just going on this vacation, I think affected myself some too.
So let's go back to this less work, more play. I ain't seen that yet.
You still have to work. It's just, for me, it's less. I'm not listing as much. Last year, I was going through my death pile this time last year. Just tons and tons of just listings for all the smalls. This year, I'm trying to stick to about 12 a day, maybe, that I'm processing. I am trying to start my inventory, so that's spending a little bit of time doing that. But yeah, just I don't intend on, my death piles are dealt with. I gave everything away almost. And then just starting with what I have.
Well, last year you went through a ton of stuff.
I went through it.
But then what was left, we had already mostly looked at, and we kept some of that, and the stuff we didn't want to deal with, we got rid of. But I want to go back to me. Why am I still working so hard?
Because your part of this is shipping, right?
Yeah.
And the videos.
Yeah.
And getting this place moved. Once that's done, it'll be a little bit less for you.
Yeah, but shipping, I mean, our sales are down. Why am I still feel like I'm shipping a lot?
Yeah.
But that's good. We shipped today the sales were kind of back to normal.
Yeah. Yesterday was the first day that I was actually above average since January 31st. Yeah, I had 2 average days, and then everything else has been below average and way below average. So.
And then we had some roof damage from, time and weather. And they're here replacing our roof today.
So if you hear any thunks.
So yesterday was supposed to have been Sunday. RJ and I were going to remove I have a back porch added. Well, the porch was there. We added a roof over the porch. It was really nice. I had the grill out there. It was really nice for, sitting out and eating sometimes. And we noticed there was some damage with that. So we decided that has to come down because it was tied in with the house roof. That if we're going to get the house roof replaced, then we need to get that off. And that 2 to 3 hour project just it was supposed to be Sunday, but it was rainy and snowy and very windy. So we did it yesterday, and it was still cold, but yeah, it was like 7.5 hours.
Yep.
Just a long day. And monkeying around on the roof. I'm not a billy goat like I used to be as far as getting around stuff. And
He kept me on the speed dial ready to hit 911 if he fell off the roof or cut something or.
I don't need you to do anything right now. Just if you hear something bad, I need you to
And
check
I
on
did.
me.
I went out a couple of times because I heard a crash, a thunk.
And she told me to, we had one of the rafters left to get off, and she said, just kick it. So I kicked it and messed my knee up. It's
We're old.
any sort of rotation in that knee. I was sitting on the roof at an angle, and the board was at an angle. It was kind of bad, but hopefully in the next couple of days it's going to feel better.
So
But
I've been dealing with the whining.
I'm just trying to make her understand what it's like dealing with her whining.
Yeah. I'm on day 2.5 of my 14 days of 22 pills a day.
You'll be all right. You're getting through it.
I'm getting through
And
it.
I'll get through my knee in the next couple of days, and it'll be all better. If not, I got a checkup in a couple of weeks, and I'll have the doctor look at it then.
I have one Etsy sale, and then I did turn Etsy off. I thought about extending out my handling time on there. I just didn't know how that would work on Etsy.
You didn't turn Etsy off. You turned it off temporarily while we were out of
Right,
town
I put it
sourcing.
in vacation. The thing that sold on Etsy was the Commonwealth Dinotopia Dinosaur Plush. I showed this in a recent haul. I had never seen one. I didn't even know there were plush to that book series. And it sold for $26.95.
Y'all mentioned in one of our previous videos, we asked about the lighting. There's a window up here to our right, and the sunlight's not coming in as badly today, but we have some window tint we're going to put on there to kind of take the glare out of it.
Yeah, not make me so crispy. That's what I feel like. I'm very crispy.
You don't need like a beam of halo light on you. You're not that much of an angel.
You're mean. We picked this up at the bins, and it was in a box. The box had some damage, but it was 2 sets of these glasses that were, these 4 different designs. I just decided I wasn't going to try to ship this box that had damage. So I just made 2 lots, and this person ended up buying both sets, which ended up being a really large box to ship these in anyway. But they sold for $17.95 per set, so a total of $35.90. All right, so we sold quite a bit of jeans while we were on vacation. This
Had
brand,
quite a few of them today too.
yeah, this brand is Silver Jeans. This one had some flaws, so I didn't list it as high as I normally do, and it sold still very, very quickly. They're called Silver Jeans, Suki Slim Boot Cut, and they sold for an offer of $14. Normally, I think I get $18, $20, $22 for them. And this is a viewer sale. These next 2 items, Sue, so thank you very much. Sue bought this Mattel Sunshine Family Doll Southern Belle doll for $13.74. And then she also was very kind to let me know on this second item, my price was not accurate at all. It would have been the right price if she'd had her shoes, and she's supposed to have that doll, Miss Beasley. There's actually a little Miss Beasley that goes with her. And when I went and double checked, this was a fair price for the Mattel Buffy doll from 1965, and I accepted her offer of $25. So thank you very much, Sue. All right, Angry Birds minifigure lot. This was just kind of, I don't even know, it was in a baggie, so I'm assuming that they had come from the bins. I think I had found a couple of more that vehicle I added. They sold on an offer immediately. I had just kind of picked a random price because I didn't know, and I went ahead and accepted a $15 offer on these just Angry Bird little teeny tiny figures. I don't know why I split this out of the other lot of wrestling stuff that we had picked up. I think, didn't I sell that large lot already? But I think I picked out a few that I ended up listing separately. This one was Reselling, The American Dream with the Dusty Rhodes story. And it sold for $9.86.
It was pretty popular back when I was watching wrestling.
Wrestling.
But we just also sold the whole box set that was missing one VHS out of it.
Yeah, a VHS set. I think that's probably in this next week's videos. All right, this is Kids Preferred Brown Dog Plush, sold for $40. Most of the Kids Preferred stuff is bread and butter. But again, it's about the dogs and the cats, I'm pretty sure. All right, I found a couple of pieces more of this Tupperware shape sorter stuff. I have a bag full of them, but I am missing the number 4 block. So I had found a few more in the bins. Luckily, one of them was the number 4. Otherwise, I just have to keep waiting until I find another number 4 to make these sets up. I don't think I'm going to try listing them individually. There's lots of people who do that, but I don't think it's worth listing something for $2.50. And even though it would be easy,
if you had, to me, $2.50, if you had a replenishable supply of these things and you sold 10 or 12 of them a day or something, that would be okay, maybe. But these one-off things like this, no.
But it sold very quickly. So if you ever find these shapes and you have the complete set, they sell very quickly. And this one was $11.66. Kids of America, I don't know why my numbers are back up again. I fix them, and then by the time I make this video, they've moved again. Nevertheless, White Dog Plush from Christmas took a best offer of $10. It was been listed since November of 2023, so it was time to make it go on. I still pick these up anytime I find these in the bins, as long as they're in decent condition. These are the McDonald's Madame Alexander doll sets. I picked up some more this trip. I just make these small lots, and it sold for $11. Land's End women's corduroy pants sold for $17.71. Papel Dalmatian dog plush, Valentine's Day, but they bought it while I was on vacations and they were fine with waiting. It sold for $9. Walmart pink rabbit plush with satin ears sold for $17.95. Fisher Price Little People Play Family. This is the castle table. I think there's a yellow one and then there's a red one. There's 2 different kinds of sets that go to the castles, just varying colors. I'm pretty sure this must have been in the castle lot that my friend Sam found for me and picked up. I sold just the table for $10. Caterpillar KC women's size 7 shoes sold for $22.45.
Peaches and beaches.
Peaches to the beaches. I think we're going to do it again this year, y'all. I think so. It's March 15th and 16th, I believe. It goes someplace, I don't know. It's just one of those long yard sales to different towns. I don't know how many miles it was.
It's in Georgia.
So if you're planning on going, let us know. Maybe we can meet up at some point, maybe do lunch or dinner or breakfast or, do something. Not late because I go to bed early.
By not late, she means she has to be in bed by 7:30. Sometimes she can push it a little longer, but...
Yeah. But if you're going to plan on being there, let us know in the next couple of weeks. We'll try to maybe figure out a way where we can all get together, share some time, just talking shop. And then I think after that, we are planning on going back to Florida. Hopefully there's no hurricanes or tornadoes
It's not
or
hurricane season now.
anything going on down there this time.
So the first day, the Friday, whatever
Right.
date that is, 17, 16, 15. So the 14th, we're planning to be kind of on the northwest end of it. And then the next day, this Saturday, we're thinking to be more on the southeasterly end of it, down towards it goes down towards the coast, I think, down there.
Yeah.
Brunswick.
For some reason, Brunswick is the word that's coming to my mind, but I don't know where the top of it is. Don't know. So, so again, in a month, less work, more play.
Yes. And then from there, it's a shorter drive down to Shannon's
Yes.
in Florida. So
Yep.
that'd be a good jumping off point for that.
Mm-hmm.
And magically, the next week, we're off of the homeschool co-op for spring break. So
Spring break. Yep. All right. Shorts, y'all. It is February. I'm still selling shorts. Abercrombie women's cutoff jean shorts sold for $17.71.
They're at the bins, $2 a pound. They're like $1, if
Mm-hmm.
that, probably no more than 8 ounces.
Yeah, a lot of them are about 8 ounces or so. Cal Toy pink rabbit plush. How cute. Holding its own little plush. $22.45. Finally, I think this was the last one of these plates. You know, we bought a huge lot of them and they did really well in the beginning. So, you know, all of the casserole dishes but the plates are, for me, just seem to be the hardest to sell. They're heavy, you know, just heavy and expensive to ship. This one finally sold $12.55, but I like finding the Temperware Linux stuff, but always check comms. Another viewer sell, so thank you so much, Stephanie. Stephanie says she collects flamingos, and when she saw this in my store, just had to pick it up. These were some crazy straws. Can't remember where I picked them up, and they sold for $7.62.
I remember there was a show back in the day called Flamingo Road.
Mm-mm.
They had that pretty blonde lady on there.
Purdy.
She was party. Man, Morgan Fairchild, I think.
Oh, I remember her. Yeah.
I don't think we ever watched it. I just remember Mom and Dad might have watched it. But it was a show that I just wasn't interested in. But I probably caught bits of it here and there, and it was just kind of like Dallas, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one of those nighttime soap opera things.
Yup. All right, Yoo-Hoo and Friends, lemur and octopus plush lot. These make sounds, so, you know, make sure if you have plush that makes sounds, don't mail them in poly bags. Put them in a box. I had planned on taking this listing down and adding one that I had just shown recently in a haul, but it sold before I got to it. $17.95. So now I have a new lot to start. Rainforest Cafe plush. Anytime I find the plush that have the micro beads inside of it, you know, it's those itty bitty teeny tiny foam pellets. Definitely check the comps. The big one that I like finding is Moshi is the brand, but this one wasn't. It was just some other brand. I don't even remember. But it still sold very well for me. Also, $35.95. Hollister women's jeans, $13.28. Brown lion hand puppet plush, sold for $18. Brown bear plush weighted. The brand was fib, and again, really old listing, so I was glad to see it gone. $9.86. But I noticed, not so much in this video, but probably in the next two, I have been selling the heck out of bears. And not all of them are even on drastic discounts. Not at all. It's just all of a sudden, bears are selling. Two more. Soft Things dog plush. This is carnival style. For me, that means it's just that really stiff body. So, of course, they need to be also shipped in a box. I had two of these, and I actually went back right before I started this video to see if the person who bought the first one came back to buy the second one. But it was a different seller, or a different buyer. Sold for $8.05. Now, my best sell of the weekend was this. This is an Eden Peter Rabbit plush. Had the waffle weave, lovey, kind of tucked up inside of it. There are other Eden plush in this series that sell for a whole lot more, but this one did have some discoloration on the back, so when I got a $50 offer, I just decided to go ahead and accept it. I hope your sales are being consistent, but you got to remember, do the things that you can do to stay in control. You know, run sales, send offers, accept offers. Sometimes that just makes the algorithm happy. Don't waffle over a couple of bucks. Make it gone. What's the other? if you're not promoting, I do promote. I actually did lower mine recently. I've decided right now to do, I think 5.2 is like the max that I have. I put it on that, what's the word? Suggested trending, whatever they call it these days. And then, but I cap it at 5.2. And it didn't seem to affect my sales at all. So,
Although we're down 50% from last year.
yeah, but I don't think that's because of that. I think everybody is struggling right now. It's just, the times that we're living in right now. And what else? Trying to think if there's, do the end and sell similar. I know there's people out there that say don't do that, but I do it and I think it works for me. And lots of you have made comments that it works for you too. All right, it's time to get to work. Bye.